Hello dear friends, welcome back. Letters have always been an effective mode of communication for everyone. In today's video, you will get to know how to write a formal letter. As technology has been developing every day, people find it convenient to send letters through email instead of traditional post. Formal and informal letters are often used to communicate or share ideas for various purposes. In the examination, letters are asked to test the writing skills and fluency in the language of the candidate. Formal letters are written to convey official and important messages to authorities, dignitaries, colleagues, seniors, etc., instead of personal contacts, friends, or family. It is strictly professional and has to be written in a particular formula. Before we look into the format of a formal letter, it is important to know about it. What is a formal letter? Do you know that? A formal letter is written for official purposes. Formal letters may be written to institutions, government departments, business organizations, etc. The formal letter is of various types. The types of formal letters are letter of inquiry, order letter, letter of complaint, reply to a letter of complaint, promotion letter, sales letters, recovery letters, etc. The intention of a formal letter is to send an official message. When you write it, follow the format strictly. Now, let's learn the format. First of all, we should write the sender's address. Who is the sender? You are the sender. So, write your own address. In case in your examination paper, the letter will be given like you are Arun. Write a letter to your principal applying for your TC. Then you have to write Arun's name instead of yours. Otherwise, write your own name. Write your address on left hand corner. You need to mention your street address, city, state and pin code. Immediately after the sender's address comes the date on which the letter is written. The date should always be placed just below the sender's address with a line gap. After the sender's address, leave a blank line and place the date. Candidates, while write the letter in the exam, can follow any of the formats to write the dates. Date, month, year or month, date, year. Then leave a blank line and write the receiver's address. Who is the receiver? Receiver is to whom you are writing the letter, the person who is receiving your letter. You should start with the receiver's designation followed by the name of the organization. For example, if you are writing to your principal, to the principal Devmada CMI Public School, or if you are writing to an organization, to the manager Medico Pharma Mumbai, and then the full address, then leave a blank line and write salutation. Salutation is a customary greeting to the recipient of the letter. If the name of the recipient is known, the salutation starts with Dear followed by Mr. or Mrs. or Miss, etc. For example, Dear Mr. Ram, Dear Mrs. Mehta. If the person is unknown or even the gender is not known, the recipient can be addressed as Dear Sir, Dear Ma'am. Then the subject. This highlights the aim of writing the letter. The subject of the formal letter should be very brief, 6 to 8 words, and must be preceded by the word subject. The receiver, through the subject, understands the purpose of the letter at a glance. Subject is the agenda or purpose of writing. If it is a complaint letter to the manager of a restaurant about the food, the subject will be complaint about a meal. If it is a job application, the subject will be request for job application. Or if it is a request for special allowance, the subject will be request for special allowance. If possible, write the subject in one line, then the body of the letter. For formal letters, candidates should use short, clear, logical paragraphs to state the subject matter. The body of the letter is generally divided into 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph is known as introductory paragraph. It states the main point, intention, the purpose of the letter so that the reader is clear about the intention behind the letter. See, if you're writing a leave letter, you can start your letter like, I would like to request a 10-day leave of absence for personal reason. Then write the reason. The second paragraph or the middle paragraph should contain some relevant details and supporting points to justify the need and importance of letter writing. For example, we are writing a leave letter. If possible, I would like to leave work on November 20 and return on November 30. I would also like to assure you that even when I am away from work, I will be constantly accessible via email or phone. Then the last paragraph, that is known as conclusion. It requests for some action or what is expected. It should talk about the action you expect the recipient of the letter to take. Maintain a requesting tone in the last paragraph as much as you can. You can write, thank you very much for your consideration and awaiting your earliest reply. Okay. Then complimentary closure. This is to end the letter with respect in a polite manner such as yours faithfully, yours sincerely, yours truly, etc. Then signature line. This is the last part where the sender of the letter signs off with his first or last name. Put your signature and mention your full name and designation in the working company if applicable. It helps the receiver to acknowledge the sender's information. You can write Sarah Woman. Put your signature first and write your name. Sarah Woman, class 70. You are a student and you are writing a letter to your principal or your class teacher. If a general manager writes a letter, he can put a signature and write his full name, Siddharth Ram, the general manager, then the company's name, Leo Enterprises. Then receiver will get the information about the sender. Okay. To summarize, formal letters are written to convey official and important messages to authorities, dignitaries, colleagues, seniors, etc. instead of personal contacts, friends or family. It is strictly professional. Use clear, error-free sentences, expressing proper use of punctuation and correct spelling. Avoid using abbreviations. Be very clear and specific about every detail. The language must be formal and polite. A letter should fill the communication gap between companies, dealers or people, etc. Then the format of the letter is, keep the left hand corner always. Write the sender's address, then leave a blank line, then date, leave a blank line, then the receiver's address, leave a blank line, then salutation, subject. After subject, leave a blank line, body of the letter. It contains 3 paragraphs, introductory paragraph, middle paragraph and conclusion. Then leave a blank line, write complimentary closure, signature, name and designation. Okay, here you have a formal letter. Just go through it and write a formal letter yourself. Question is given. Read the question well and write a formal letter. Hope you understood and enjoyed today's class. Thank you so much.